Te hunga kua haere ki te rangi tūhaha e ngā tuana ki te pōuri kere haramai. Haere, tātou kei te pito ora ti hewa Māori ora, and welcome back to the hui. Hawke's Bay local Tina Rangi is diving headfirst into helping Wāhine reclaim their hunting and diving traditions. Through her kaupapa, Wāhine Divers, she's leading a wave of Māori women back to the moana, teaching them to harvest kaimoana, honour tangaroa and rediscover their own power beneath the surface. Aroha Treacher joined their haerenga.
I was brought up that men do the diving, men do the hunting.
Yeah, and then bend over and try and shake it off. Okay? Fine.
Wāhine stay on land, look after the kids.
That feels good. Yep.
Despite that, Tina Rangi's dad taught her how to dive growing up in the Hawke's Bay.
Now have a pocket. Like that.
And now she wants more women to learn.
If you're going to borrow people's skills, ask. The conditions like this is pretty shit today for mine and Helena's main goal was just safety.
With today's economy and how things are getting more expensive, there's nothing like learning how to gather your own kites. It's priceless, really.
So she started Wāhine Divers in 2021.
We are a Te Ao Māori-based kaupapa. Wāhine Divers is a kaupapa that I started to pretty much build confidence, empower and build relationships amongst wahine to get them educated around the moana through sustainability, through kai gathering.
Tina takes groups of women on diving camps to different parts of Aotearoa.
I think we're like as far south as most of us have ever been in the country.
This time, they're in Invercargill.
Wāhine Divers creates opportunities for wahine that they normally wouldn't be able to do. Some of them haven't even dived before or gone to the water before at all.
I just go by rocks and I stay within my comfort zone. So this was out of my comfort zone. It was really great. I was nervous, but the girls settled tātou mātou. I felt safe. And we did really well.
The girls' energy is always really, really high, especially when we have haerenga like this.
I tēnei mahi, he mahi whakahirahira. Ko te hāpai, te hāpuri, me te whānau, tuku te mātauranga mō ngā Wāhine Māori, mea Wāhine Pākehā rānei. Ai.
We've been doing breathing technique sessions in the pools to get them used to their gear and how to equalise, just for another safety aspect, because when they first start within the rope, normally they're beginners. It's just about building their confidence up in the moana. Getting them to trust their bodies, especially with breathing and learning that diving is therapy. Gathering kai is obviously the dream, but I think for wahine there's more. It's more about mental health. You know, some of the backgrounds of these wahine are really, really sad. Some people going through DVs, but this is a time for them to come together in a safe space. If you teach mum something, they're always going to pass it on to their tamariki, which is probably one of the main essence of our kaupapa.
Ko te manaakitanga, me te tautoko, ai, nā tina te ruku moana, me te mātaranga, o ngā karakia, me nā tikanga, ai.
Make it all, baby.
That's the one cream in that, sis.
Yeah.
One got another fat one. Tangy.
Oh, yeah, I was
Just huge.
Wāhine Divers has become so popular, Tina can't take everyone.
It's blowing up, really. There's so many wahine. We have a waiting list of a couple of thousand that wanting to come on these haerenga.
To make the haerenga work, Tina enlists help from friends.
Moratiti, she met us at Uhuwhare and we went out as a rōpū out to the beach and she showed the ladies how to dig and gather for tōheroa.
So this is tōheroa. We have to take them at 100 millimetres. They've got 2 siphons that stick out of the sand like that, and this is their foot. They use the foot to dig into the ground.
We used to have tōheroa here, and there's probably still some in some areas.
Tina is a fisheries officer, so she can teach the Wāhine about the law.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
No, those are pretty big. Those are pretty big.
Well over.
120.
Tohirua is a kaimoana that we got due to having a customary permit. So all of our rōpū, we were allowed 25, which worked out to be like digging for one each, just for sustainability and all that sort of stuff, which is really important for the girls. So we are at Auntie T's house in Invercargill in Wellington, which is quite popular on social media and Facebook and all that sort of stuff for showing people life skills and things like that. So I just thought it was really important there and a good opportunity to bring the girls here to learn off her. What we have up in the other regions throughout New Zealand is much different to what the girls have been able to be exposed to here.
I was raised on a lighthouse. I was born on a lighthouse in Mokihino Island in the Hauraki Gulf. But our mother taught us look after the environment and the environment look after you. Dad taught us that no feed is worth your life, so don't take unnecessary risks. There's a lot of places that used to have them due to commercialisation, canning, poaching. They're no longer there. They're closer to the service, and so imagine a car running over it. It'll crack it and break it. So that's why we don't like people driving on the wet areas of the beach.
On this haerenga, Tangaroa has been generous to the Wāhine with mussels, tohirua and flounder.
We're going to go right down that line. Slowly, your knife along the bone. Cut it off. And you can eat the skin and everything. The limit here is 30 per person that's dragging the net. Put all the small ones back, catch them in the right size. We get them at 25 centimetres.
Very about all that stuff.
I've had the ladies fillet them and then we've washed them, we've put them in flour and then dipped them in egg and then fried them in butter and oil. It's a delicate taste, delicate and sort of sweet, moist fish. It's probably one of my favourite fish. It's not dry, it's not ammonia, and you never get sick of it.
It's not just gaining knowledge of Tangaroa, but papatuanuku as well.
You hang them from your back legs, not your shoulders. I thought I'm better off shooting a couple of deer and then bringing them back, and then at least they can learn today how to skin and cut them up. A lot of us were brought up that the men did certain jobs, had certain roles, but that's changing now.
I learned how to skin the deer. Yeah, and it was pretty cool. It was something I always wanted to learn because I'm wanting to learn to go hunting soon. But yeah, it was good. It's a huge privilege. So many people are jealous of me that I'm here.
People often ask me, why do you do it? And why do you do it for free? If you take the money factor out of it, people can only go down there and get it for a feed. Then I think we've got a resource for the future to come.
Back in the day, we were the hunters and the gatherers too, so something happened along the way. I don't think it should ever be like that.
Māori are deeply connected to the ocean and see it as a life source that gives sustenance and spiritual guidance.
They have 3 sections. So the first section for our babies, our tamariki to swim in, that's koko. Once you get past that, then there's Tangaroa, and that's where you gather all your kai. And the next section after that is Tauranga Moana, which connects us back to our Pacific people. Yeah, and then Hini Moana is the vast ocean. For the ladies, if they feel it in their whare tangata to not go in, then they won't go in. We've all got a backstory, we've all got a background of crazy stuff, so I think the ocean is definitely our therapy. I think that's kind of what we'd love it too, just to calm the minds. Yeah, but how can you not love this?
Ara mai ne. After the break, from the sublime to something else, te ao tōranga pū, e te iwi e expulsions complaints, and we are still 1 year away from an election. Political commentator Chris Wikaira is on the hui next. O ki mai anō e ngai wiki tēnei hui tōranga pū I aia neina. Wow, another day and another massive move for Te Pāti Māori. The party's national executive met yesterday and expelled 2 MPs, Mariameno Kapa-Kingi, the MP for Te Taitokerau, and Tākuta Ferris, the MP for Te Taitonga. To talk about that and more of the political world, the commentator himself, Chris Wikaira, joins us now. Chris, tēnā koe hoa, hoki mai anō, good to have you. Okay, so what is this about, Chris?
It's a very good question. That, to me, is still unclear, exactly why they've been expelled. If you were to go back, a few weeks when Tākuta had got himself into trouble with his comments about Pākehā being involved in Māori electorate and Māori political stuff for the party, that seemed to have washed over just. And then there was the stuff with Mariameno and the expenditure in the electorate, not her electorate, when she was asked to help out in Tāmaki Makaurau after Tash had fallen ill. But it's not clear, and that's a question which is being asked again. So exactly what is the issue here? What have they done wrong, which is the hanging offence? And I don't think we have clarity on that yet.
Yeah, although they've said that it's been spoken about a lot already, and they've also said that we're going to move on now. We've dealt with it. It's an executive committee decision. It's a national executive decision, not an MP's decision. So we're moving on. Is that going to wash, do you think?
Well, there are issues, there are party issues and party constitutions, and they're all different and they do things different ways. They can say that they're going to move on, but that still leaves two MPs who were elected. They remain as MPs. They may not be in the Māori Party anymore. So there are issues now for the Speaker to sort out in terms of proportionality of Parliament, in terms of even where they sit in the House. The seating will have to be rearranged. And then what happens next year? Do these two want to stay? Do they want to work together? Will they run again as independents? It raises more questions than it answers.
Do you think they will stay? I mean, they're saying that they are going to seek legal advice and they think there is a process, and the co-leaders talked about this, there is a process in a constitution, in its constitution, to be able to make an appeal about the decision that has been made. Do you think they'll do that, or will they just cut away?
From what we've seen and heard since the announcement of the expulsion, yes. Both are going to challenge the decision, so that signals that they want to stay within the party, or they don't believe that the decision was constitutional. They both used very similar language. And then it comes down to what does their electorate say? Does their electorate want them to stay? Can you do it by yourself? Very hard, very lonely life as an independent one MP party in the parliament. It's really, really difficult. You get very little resource. You get more resource the more MPs there are. And it's going to be different for both of them. We know what Tākuta is like. Tākuta at the moment is saying, have an election tomorrow, we'll put her back tomorrow, sort of thing. And we would expect that from our whanaunga in the north. Te Taitonga is a different electorate. It covers the bottom bit of the North Island, all of the South Island. So you've got Ngāi Tahu, you've got the iwi of Te Tauihu. It's a very different dynamic. So what they both end up doing or individually end up doing, a lot of water to go under the bridge.
And there's lots of questions about leadership. Is that the issue here? Is it about the leadership of the party?
I've never seen Te Pāti Māori or its predecessor, the Māori Party, sort of so fractured in this regard, and how they have come apart at the seams so quickly. I mean, these things never happen overnight. Clearly the threads were being pulled loose on the sleeve, on the jersey for some time, and the first public bit of that we saw was Tākuta's comments and the party's eventual reaction to that. The joint leaders at the moment seem to be caught between the devil and the deep blue sea, between the party hierarchy and its very charismatic, very influential, very want to do things my way fella, John Tamihere, and JT's always been like that. And then we have a most unusual situation where you have Hana, who is being feted by Time magazine, getting international coverage for Aotearoa New Zealand, and certainly for the party, being very, very quiet. She must be sitting there as one of the younger MPs going, Hika, what's going on?
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
Yeah.
And then with her, the layer of kingitanga with that, you'll not be wanting to do things which spill over there.
Yeah. If you're
dynamic.
If you're the leader of the Labour Party and the leader of the opposition, Chris Hipkins, and the co-leader said they are having discussions with Labour, and there's one thing they all want to achieve, which is a change of government at the next election. But if you're Chris Hipkins, what do? Do you just let these fellas sort it out and then come in later on or beginning of next year and have a conversation again?
They have to work out very quickly whether the risk is worth it or whether the risk is too great. Because if Te Pāti Māori has an elongated fight and publicly, and it will stay public now, you can't put the genie back in the bottle, he has to work out, is this going to help me potentially have enough votes and enough mates? Coalition politics is always about having enough mates at the end of the day. Or if I stick with them and say we want them as part of a potential coalition, does that make voters go, oh, I'm not liking all of this drama, and they don't vote for Labour either, or the Greens.
And I know we're a year away from an election, but this election is going to be fascinating, right?
That is a really, really key point. And I've watched the excitement about the polls jumping backwards and forwards between, is it going to be a left-leaning coalition or is it going to be a right-leaning coalition? A year is a very long time in politics. I mean, the old saying is a week is a very long time in politics. Again, there's a lot that could happen. One of the key things with all of the raruraru that's happening is still the economy. The economy is going to be the big driver. The cost of living stuff that we're facing. I mean, okay, interest rates are down really low. If they start going up, if inflation gets a bit of a run on again, businesses, households are still doing it tough.
And unemployment has gone up.
Unemployment has gone up. Everyone's should rightfully be nervous because no one's putting a really good foot forward at the moment and convincing the electorate that there is a clear leader to lead a coalition.
I remember at the beginning of this year, there was conversations about whether or not the government, coalition government, would remain stable, particularly after the change in Deputy Prime Minister from Winston Peters through to David Seymour. And yet it seems stable enough at the moment.
That was a conversation that was had straight after the election. Can this rōpū, with the seasoned campaigner, with Winnie Tanner on one side, and Shane Jones and the New Zealand First MPs, and ACT on the other side, can they all hold it together, or will they start scrapping? They've actually held it together very well. The management of the coalition, the nuts and bolts of it, has generally gone very well. And certainly from insiders we hear, and this was a surprise to some, that New Zealand First has been the disciplined and followed the rules part of the coalition. Winston has exercised their formal right to disagree on things, but that was there, it was written in. Foreign affairs has been big. He's done a lot of foreign affairs stuff. But you've seen them since he handed over the reins of the Deputy Prime Ministership to David Seymour.
Start to say a couple of things.
But more importantly, not so much him, but Shane Jones has been leading the New Zealand First Town Hall meetings, and they've been full. New Zealand First has sort of swapped places with ACT in the polls. They're doing well at the moment.
Fascinating stuff, Juan.
Next year's going to be awesome.
Lots of conversations between you and I and commentary next year. I look forward to it. Tēnā koe. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Kia ora.
Ngā minui kia koe. Chris Wikaira there. Kia i tonu mai. E hoa mātaro kau I hoana he hui miharo ara he kapapa waiata ki te urewea. E haere ake ana. Tēnā rā koutou katoa I tātou hui aro nui atu ana ki ngā waiata o te whārua I Aenena. We're in Te Uru Wera next, the home of musical duo, the Ladz of the Mist. Now, the Ladz are welcoming Aotearoa reggae band, the House of Shem, to Ruātoki. The bands have been working together through the waiata in the region's new kaupapa, a tuakana teina scheme to supercharge the skills of emerging talents. Mea nei te purongo a D'Angelo Martin.
Under the morning sun, Ruātoki stretches wide. The awa Wāhine Mataroa winding steady through the valley, carrying the stories of its people. This is the heart of Tūhoi country and the kāinga of the Ladz of the Mist.
This is our papa kāinga. Our roots, this is our roots. This is where we grew up. From the mountains to the sea.
A musical duo whose unique sound is reaching beyond the valley. You may have heard their waiata. There is nothing greater. And their latest single featuring Lion Rez called R.U.A. They say nothing lasts forever, but these memories are made. Ain't nothing but a good time
actually started in school, and what we were using was like a $2 mic, $2 headphones, and a Chromebook from school.
The start was probably the main part for us, stealing the Chromebook from school. They don't know this, but we took it home, and we got together in the bro shed at his kainai, and we just sat there and just had a bit of a mano on the waiata.
At just 19 years old, they've already been in the industry for almost 3 years, and they're about to start a major collab. Legendary reggae band House of Shem has arrived in Ruātoki.
I feel it's part of our mihi, I feel it's part of our work to do here. We've been doing this for a while now.
It's been awesome. Mean to learn all these new skills from all these big artists.
He's just saying there's a few little harmonies that he thought might be cool in there. Yeah.
Tuakana and Teina uniting through waiata.
There's so much talent in all the different rohe.
A unique opportunity initiated through the Waiata Anthem kaupapa, supporting up-and-coming artists in the regions.
The main thing was, building those relationships in the industry and showing these teina that there's these tuakana there too that have kind of been through some of the things they're going to go through and can be there to support them, coming together and creating amazing waiata, or just having a nice relationship to have and build while their career is kind of starting off.
Before we head off, we'll have a little safety briefing and then karakia, and then we'll hit the awa and head up to Te Pūkeri.
Before getting to work, the lads show House of Shem their slice of paradise. A 35-minute jet boat ride up the Wāhine Mataroa awa. To Te Poho Orangi Monoa Marae, the tūranga waiwai of Tānekaha and Huiarangi.
If we ever get lost out there, this is a place we come find ourselves and reground here. And this takes back memories, really, on how we were brought up, things we got taught from all our uncles, swimming in the river, just luxury.
For Tānekaha and Huiarangi, growing up here was a privilege.
I te kawe māua I nā tūmumu āhua tāna o mātou kuia kraua. Koina pia te timata tana I toko ake te whakaaro, me haere tonu ene ngō mahi.
And it shows. Their tūhoitanga, te reo me ōna tikanga is what guides them through their journey of making music.
We've been pushing for Waiata Māori lately. Not necessarily full Waiata Māori. We've got full Waiatas, but just little glimpses here and there, just so we don't lose that, really.
One cool thing about our rangatahi is a lot of them have the reo, which a lot of the older artists or generations don't have. And so sometimes it's not necessarily supporting with the reo. Sometimes there's a little tweak a or a or e or a ki that our mātanga reo would help them with.
There is a growing appetite for waiata reo Māori, not only here in Aotearoa, but abroad as well.
And I think that's amazing because it encourages all people to enjoy waiata reo Māori. It's not so niche, it's available for anybody. I think it can be on Coachella.
From the marae to the studio in Tāne Atua, the real mahi begins.
But it might be too early to put it in this first one, eh?
Oh, you mean in that part there? Yeah, that. That's what you're saying, bro? Harmonising from the beginning.
With Te Omeka and his brother Isaiah having a wealth of experience producing music.
That's it, yeah. Same second time around? Yeah.
It's a chance for the lads of the mist to take notes.
Beat making, the vocals, on how to use the machines. We weren't taught how to really use all that stuff. More learning, always good to learn.
This kaupapa has also relit the flame for House of Shem.
We're looking forward to putting some new music out. Obviously, through life in there. We get through some of those struggles, especially with losing Dere, so we're still pushing on and trying to do some more of the stuff for our people, because we love getting out around the rangatahi in it.
That sort of support is not common in the industry.
What comes with that is fast fame and a lack of understanding of how to navigate the music world and setting up good support systems for yourself. And so that's where I'm like, okay, how can we support you? Who can I connect these people with to try and get their, cross their T's, dot their I's, to make sure that their career side of being an artist is solid.
Having a strong foundation already, the lads of the Mist also attribute their success to their whānau.
The whānau tautokos are handy, always behind our backs. Any kaupapa that really comes up, they always there. They knew us way before all of this happened, so they still see us as tānika and huiarani, not actually the lads of the Mist.
Back at the studio, the finishing touches are added to their waiata.
Kata tamutu. Almost finished, just waiting for the British gonna mix our waiata, and then we're done.
With the short amount of time we had, it was kind of rushed to finish the song. So at the end of it was getting hard, so under pressure, I would say. But no, we're still happy with what we got after seeing what they brought to the table and all their skills and learnings they gave to us. It was me and theirs, main experience.
There's only one thing left to do, one final performance at home.
House of Shem, let them know.
We're gonna try release more songs now. Now that it's got potential to it, we're gonna start releasing music and just getting out there.
Yeah, pretty much give the people what they want. And for us too, as a band.
The future in the music industry for the lads is promising.
Yeah, definitely see them pushing on, and just the message in their music, the message in their lyrics. I think that's what we need right now.
It took a while for us to actually realise that we can go there, so we just kind of talked within ourselves, and that's us. We'll take it to the end.
Yeah, too much, kia kaha. Ladz, and of course, House of Shem. Kāti. Whataikau ake rā tātou ki ngā mahi whakatepe i te hōtaka i aia nei. Thank you for joining our hui this week. Wai Maria. We have another hui next week. Until then, kia mau, ki te turanga, o tapu a te haumi e, hui e, taiki e. Nā te puna whakatongarewa, te hui i tautoko.